2022, compared to 93 candidates who completed in March 2022. Of the 98 students, this was a split in the middle. 49, which is 50%, are female, and 49, which is 50%, are male. Cumulatively, the number of students who have completed the CPA course is now 4,687. The list of those who have completed is given. The closing remarks, the chairperson says, Public Accountants Examination Board congratulates those who have passed their various examination papers, the top candidates in various subjects, and especially those who have completed the CPAU course. As we come to the end of the year, PAEB wishes to remind students, tuition providers, sponsors, and all concerned stakeholders of the launching of revised syllabuses next year. Examinations under revised syllabuses are expected to be conducted with effect from the May-June examination diet 2023. It is for this reason that PAEB will not conduct examinations in March 2023. As the board, PAEB, we are covering the resources expended by examiners, moderators, markers, security officials, invigilators, other service providers, Icpau Secretariat, and the candidates towards the success of the September 2022 examinations in particular, and the Public Accountants Examinations Board examination scheme in general. It's now my honor, on behalf of the chairperson PAEB, CPA Geoffrey Mugisha, to invite the president of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, CPA Constant Otieno Maende, to release the September 2022 examination results and address the press.
Move a bit closer so that we are in the center. Okay. Yes. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me as the president of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda, I declare the results of the September 2022 diet of the Certified Public Accountants Examinations released. Thank you. Fellow council members, as we are in front here, the Public Accountants Examinations Board, led by the chair, CPA Geoffrey Mugisha, who has just rejoined us. Thank you so much for making the effort to, despite a very tight environment that you are in. Thank you for making it back. Management, led by the CEO, the press, and indeed well-wishers who are here. The examinations release is a very, very important item in the calendar of our institute. And it's because this is where we draw our membership from. the key pipeline we use is the examination scheme of our own CPA courses. And of course, I would like to also echo the words of the chair, Payeb, to thank everybody who has been involved for the job well done. You know, to work on the third sitting, it is no mean feat. So congratulations, team, who have been involved in all this. We had our first release for the March exams. I think we did that in April. Then in July, we released the results of the June sitting. And like I said, we continue to look forward to many more of such events. I would like to congratulate Payeb once again upon getting the new syllabus approved. I know it was a long and tedious process. And of course, as per the law, our syllabus is approved by the National Council for Higher Education. So it is always good to hear that we've gone through that rigorous process, and to note that really the last sitting under the current syllabus is going to be our next sitting in December, because come June next year, we are starting on a new syllabus. Of course, that comes with a lot of preparation as well in the background. And of course, I call upon Payeb once again, I call upon the members of staff of the Institute to start early preparations so that we avoid last minute hiccups. They're always there, but if we plan early, we can avoid them. From the chair, Payeb's remarks, I note that generally there are inconsistencies, you know, up and down trends, you know, in particular subjects. And at the end of the day, passing examinations heavily depends on the students. I can tell you, you will not need a new prophet to tell you that to pass these professional exams, you need to prepare adequately. So standards keep changing for the financial reporting papers. So if you are not up to date with the standards, clearly you are not going to pass. So it is important that students take note of this and prepare adequately. But that said, as an institute, we also promise to continue and accelerate engagement with our key stakeholders, the tuition providers, the students. The doors are always open. So these engagements are going to continue so that we begin to see a smoothening out of these results. And I know the press, you've already seen where, for example, you have a pass rate of 45% in the previous sitting, and in the next sitting you see 15% or 20%. I know you are going to ask that question, but I've already answered it in advance, that we are going to look a bit in detail and understand and have engagements with the process, with the aim of trying to see a smoothening out of these pass rates. Today is a day for Payeb. It's not a day for many long speeches, but I cannot conclude this short address without congratulating those, number one, who have finalized, those who have become, those who have done their last papers. And the list of 98 was read out as those who have finished the CPA course. I believe you will have noted that for this minor diet, we only did the CPA exams. The other exams, the accounting technician's diploma and the certified tax analyst courses were not examined because it's a minor diet. So I congratulate those who passed. Those who are continuing with their exams, we've already highlighted that we have our last sitting for this year and for this current syllabus in December. Start your preparations early. Of course, those who did not make it, please take heart. There is no gain that comes without pain. Prepare early and you will celebrate your success. Let me also close by thanking Paeb once again for the job well done. I thank the examiners and the other service providers who keep, making sure that our exams are run without hiccups. We thank the parents and guardians who keep putting money to sponsor these students. I would like to thank the staff of the institute. I see during this examinations period, you guys are our heroes. The work that is done during these examinations and even before in preparation for the exam is enormous, and we cannot fail to thank you. John and Tim, we thank you so much. And indeed, the press would like to thank you so much for always being with us. And I know last month we were together in Entebbe. You are there in large numbers. You are here to cover our events. We thank you for this partnership, and please continue. With those few remarks, I would like to once again say thank you so much for coming and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Remarks. And one of the key things that I heard from the speech of the president was the relevance of the students' effort in their passing. So I'm sure members that are online have heard that. So now we are going to go for the session where we interact with the press, where you have questions or comments. I also encourage members that are online to post their questions, comments in the Q&A section.
Can you please?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dennis to maintenance to debate.
Is it either or? Is it either or of?
One of the two.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Why are you changing the syllabus? What is the reason we are changing this?
Thank you so much. My name is
Solomon? Solomon who?
Solomon.
Rubangura.
Yes.
Okay.
If you could throw more light on the reason for the drop in performance, what caused that?
I think for now, I'm going to let members of council respond to those questions.
Okay, so I think these are questions for the chair, Paeb. So Dennis, sorry to disappoint you. It is neither Mr. Mayende nor Mr. Nkaja. It is CPA Geoffrey is the technical person here. But of course, he's at liberty to ask his colleagues to come in.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Council members who are here, the Secretary, the CEO of the Institute, and all of you members of the press. I think I didn't say good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
And thank you for standing in for me to release these results, Secretary. Let me go specific to the questions. Gentleman from New Vision, you said, why are we changing the syllabus? The CPA is a professional course. And as a professional course, it has got to remain relevant with the developments that keep coming from time to time in the profession. So our profession has got to be kept up to date and relevant to the requirements of our stakeholders. So I would say that is the main reason why we change the syllabus. It's not the first time. We keep reviewing, looking at the requirements, what is driving, you know, the world, what are the changes, what is with businesses, what is driving the world, so with all those in mind, then we get back and look at our syllabus and have to keep it up to date and relevant. And you know, the chief examiner here is the CEO. So I hope he will have an opportunity to add on. The next question from Solomon is, what caused the drop in performance? If I heard very well, the president actually answered that question in advance. And he even said, let me answer this question so that you don't ask it again. But thank you very much for asking the question again. The professional course is a very demanding course. And the president did mention that preparation for the exam is what makes a difference. And then the question would be, are the students not preparing enough? I would quickly say that this is a September sitting exam diet. You also had, we are sitting only the main CPA course. It is as close to the previous sitting. So we think that the examination diets having been as close to each other, some students may not have had adequate time to do the preparation for the exam. But we always encourage students. Today we are releasing the results. If need be, they should have, if they did not study yesterday, they did not start yesterday, then they should start today to prepare for the next diet of exams. Because our schedules for exams are known. And the papers for which students are sitting for, they also prepare them in advance, they know. So we would like to, once again, I would like to once again encourage the students to prepare. There is no shortcut. Prepare and prepare adequately for the exam. Thank you. Secretary, do you want to add on?
I'm sure.
Probably just to make sure that members here on voice, the chairperson Payeto has enumerated very well the reasons for those changes. The changes in examination performance entirely rests on the student. Because even in our reading modalities, we have self-study. And we have seen that students who register self-study are passing. So which means you can't blame the teacher, you can't blame the examiner, you blame yourself for not having prepared very well. Remember, the exams are testing you on applying the knowledge to your day-to-day activities. So if you have not applied them in a setup of an exam, how are you applying the knowledge to your day-to-day activities? That's our question, and that's the reason we continue to highlight the performance and then to encourage the students to do much more if they are to be relevant in the economy.
Erinnya kigenda Tony n'okubijja fine. Ekibuuzo ekisooka, lwaki ba accountants abasinga tebaagala kukola bigezo badimu? Ekyokubiri, okubulankanya ssente kweyongedde ba accountants ebitongole ebyenjawulo kiva ku ki? Yanzi.
In terms of performance by gender, the ladies seem to have a bit of an edge compared to the males. And also even overall enrollment, there seems to be more ladies than men. But in the speech, I don't see the comparative figures from previous years. And I wanted to know, has this been a trend from past years? So for the ladies that are being involved in this process.
There is one more at the back. Let's take that one as well.
When did we last change the syllabus?
Sorry?
When did we last change the syllabus? When did we have the ones in current?
I think this one is to the chief examiner really because he has the statistics in his fingertips. So, but you may want to translate that Luganda question back into English, answer it in English, then answer it back in Luganda because I sort of didn't follow it, but I hope you followed.
That's a nice one. I'll start off with the last question. When was the last change in syllabus? It was 2015. Actually, if it wasn't for COVID, would have changed the syllabus this year. All examinations for 2022 have been planned to be in the new syllabus. For chief reports, the ladies' trajectory, we have actually shown figures like those who completed. They are split between the middle. Out of the 98, 49 are female, 49 are male. We have shown in the passes, but what we are saying the trend. Now in the professional course, we are not so much about the trends. We are more about graduating competent people. Because when you go, for instance, to the doctor, you don't ask whether you want a female doctor or a male doctor. You want a competent doctor. So the same way with accountants, you don't need a female accountant, a male accountant, you want a competent accountant. we tend to highlight them just as a way of encouraging. So we don't do the comparison with previous years, we only show the status. So you have seen our figures are given per status. We split between what the male did, what the female did, but we are not doing a trend analysis of previous years today. Yes. PBS Telefina. The first question was, lwaki abantu tebeetabira examinations ebibuzo byaffe, lwaki abantu tebaagala kukola ebibuzo byaffe? So I will translate it that why do people don't want to attempt our exams? Loosely translated, but they are attempting. That's why we are releasing examinations.
That's why I said I was not following.
Yes, they are attempting exams. But probably you would say, given that people who complete accounting courses at universities and those who attempt CPA, why is the number less? Like I always tell people, not every one of us who studied some biology ended up doing medicine. So some people study some accounting and they are good to go. They don't want to be professional accountants. But we really don't know why they do not attempt as many as possible. But as the economy continues to professionalize, it will be incumbent upon everyone to be a professional accountant to serve a specific market. Right now, we have industries where you cannot serve if you are not a professional accountant. And by law, we have some positions where you must be a member of the institute to be able to serve in that position. So we shall see that trend. Answer it in Uganda. Let me first translate this one. Also, and then I see if I can translate that back to that. The second question was about okulankanya sente accountants be naye njagala obuulire accountants babeka kubanga nze buli lwe bagamba accountants akulankanyiza sente nkebera olukalala lwange asimulabako. So accountants batono ddala ababulankanya sente naye abantu abeerimbise omulimu gwaffe nga ba accountants bavumaganya omulimu gwaffe nti ba accountants babulankanya sente. So nansabye tukolere wamu mwinaffe olwokulaba nti waliwo abulankanyaza sente tukube ebibuuzo na accountant mulyoke mubuulire public mugambe nti olwokuba abantu beeyimbika mu mulimu ogutali gwo ensonga lwaki tukola ebintu ebikyamu ng'eggwanga, ensonga lwaki abantu babulankanya sente. Twandyagadde ekitandika ekyo nga tugezaako okulaakulanya eggwanga yaffe. How do I translate that? That your question was, how is it that accountants are increasingly
causing financial
losses,
theft,
or financial theft, or corruption, or misappropriation of resources? Actually, misappropriation of resources would be the best one. But you know, in all aspects, the president and the chairman says we should say theft. But we have examined that most of the cases that you report as theft of funds, majority are not our members. Actually, I can confidently say 99% are not our members. But even cases where a member has been mentioned, when they got caught and explained, you find he's removed from those who are culpable. Because why? He did what was supposed to be done, and those who were supposed to execute what was right, executed what is wrong. And they end up misappropriating resources or stealing resources. So our advice is, let's professionalize the segment of accountants. Whenever you are reporting as a press, first check this is an accountant, but there is an Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda. Is this person a member of the institute? Our phone lines are open, but you can even search on the website by just searching by name. Even when you use one name, it will give you all those who have that same name. And you can check on your own whether that person is an accountant or not. And that will be a starting process to clean up our profession, but also to help develop the economy of Uganda by putting it in the hands of the right people.
Thank you, CEO. There are two questions online. One is from Agaba Raymond. He says, in the public sector, government considers CPA to be more of an art than a science. What steps has ICPA taken to advise government on the value of the course? Then the other one is from Oshan Andrew. He asks when the new syllabus will be rolled out. Well, this one has been responded to already, but he says he types late.
What is the second question?
When the syllabus be rolled out. On behalf of PAEB, on behalf of the chairperson PAEB and PAEB, I want to report that the new syllabus will be examined with effect from May, June examinations date 2023. So next year, there is no examinations in March.
After science, so we give to member science.
We take it to June, May, June, and that will be the start of the examinations for the new syllabus.
The one of art or science, let our chair member services.
The one of art or science, the chair of member services committee is going to answer it because
He's in touch.
he's in touch with everyone.
Thank you. Council members and members of the press. To answer that question, the issue in government, the debate is not whether it is an art or a science. The issue is what has government done about the presence and relevance of accountants. Accounting officers to be members of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants. That's already a sign enough that government is implementing the importance of the role of professionals in its financial management and reporting. Thank you.
Maybe just to add on that, Chair, member services, is that as Icpau, we have 3 ex-officio members of council who actually come from government. One is the Auditor General or his or her representative. We also have the Accountant General or his or her representative. And the third one is the person in charge of higher education in the Ministry of Education and Sports. So already, Icpau's interaction with the government is at that level. And this, the law that sets out the Institute of Certified Public, the Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Uganda is actually a government law. So it means government is aware of the existence of Icpau. And again, as the chair mentioned, specific jobs are being ring-fenced for accountants. And this is something that we are very, very, very active on. And we keep sending messages to members, to whistleblowers, that if you see, because we can't be everywhere, If you see anyone in a district, in a town council, in a city, who is sitting on a job that is supposed to be for accountants and that person is not an accountant, please let us know. And then we will take the necessary action. But otherwise, we are already in a series of talks, and this is being very well implemented by Bank of Uganda, the Insurance Regulatory Authority, and other regulators. You know, so we are very active in this area. Thank you.
I want to spin it a little bit because I know the person who may have asked is asking with the knowledge of science teachers and
Art teachers.
But for us, we don't go that angle. We go at what do you offer your employer? And if in your professionalism you have seen that you can offer your services somewhere else, we always encourage you to offer your services somewhere else. Don't stay at one place if you really feel that your services are no longer needed at that place. So we do not want to enter the debate of science or arts. Accountancy profession is very clear on the value you give and the value you bring on the table. And we are told Uganda is a market economy. So, and you have studied that in your economics, financial management. So I don't know how you phrase a question of that nature.
I think.
Thank you very much for the response. The response about arts and sciences. For now, I'll take this first bit. Thank you very much, members of press, for coming and addressing the function. Thank you, members of council, members of the thank you, fellow staff of the Institute of Certified Public Accountants, for all the efforts that you put in individually to ensure that the September exams were successful. I call this function, the session, to a close, and members are free to leave at leisure.
Thank you. They're going to bring him. Hey, I call Uganda. Thank you so much. Enjoy. About you engineer ya Uganda. You are saying something. You are saying
They can give one a Western.
Hey, by the way.
There's no report.
No, you have URN. URN reports everywhere.
But did you say that we go to the office and pick our kids?
Yes, yes. Tina is already waiting for you.
Did she get our sizes already?
Previous sizes, but
Okay.
I don't know.
Very good.
I don't know whether you have changed.
No, I don't think so.
Yes.
I call Uganda.
Uganda. Got it. In brief.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
No,